Keep it off me, off me. When you good at something, make it costly, costly. If you ain't got my money, better call me. Cause I'ma need that shit right now, like before I put my mic down. Scammers with
What's going on? What's going on, man? It's your boy SP in here. Got my boy in here, man. Go ahead, get the people a little introduction.
It's your boy, my brother Dizz, half of Dizz and LY, producer of King Crooked's weekly series 2019, producer of Shady My Shady Tales Shoe Gang. You know what I'm saying? Producer of. Oh, let me go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. I was just getting. Trying to get my energy in my bag. You know
hey, shit, look, go ahead and stretch it out. You know, go ahead and flex it out.
Man, I'm a creator, bro. I just like creating shit, man. It really ain't matter what I've done. I just everything is a work of art. Every project I put some energy into it'll explain a little bit about me, even if it's no words. You feel me? So.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So, you know, speaking of projects, man, you just dropped a project a couple days ago. You know, It's a meditation.
Medicated meditation too. You know what I'm saying? I've been really into my producer bag, you know what I mean? And with the medicated meditation albums, it's all instrumentals. It's just at first it was supposed to be like a lo-fi, like vibey album, but it ended up turning into like just dope instrumentals, man. I use a lot of live instrumentation. I try to incorporate a lot of a lot of video game samples, soundtracks and shit, just a bunch of random stuff. I always try to incorporate some type of Detroit sample just to show love to the city. And it's just a real vibey album. It's where I can step outside of my usual hip hop box, spitting bars and shit, and I can just create anything, any genre. Like I label it hip hop when I upload it, but it's really not just hip hop. It's a mesh of things. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
medicated meditation 1 and 2. Check both of those out. Different sounding joints.
So I was gonna say like to build on top of that, like I definitely hear the growth between one the growth, but you know what I'm saying, like the difference between like 1 and 2. You know, I feel like one had a little bit more, you know, like hip hop type, you know, feel to it. You know, this one is like a straight up like this motherfucker's like a vibey, you know, I can hear like some souls, you know, like some soul artists on some of these, like, you know, like this one is very melodic.
Yeah,
you know?
Man, I like a lot of different genres, bro. I grew up listening to a lot of 80s like pop records, 80s R&B records, 80s soul records. I like a little EDM on the side. I like a little lo-fi, you know what I'm saying? I like a little neo jazz, you know what I mean? So a lot of taking in all these different genres is kind of what built my sound out. That's why I add so much detail and like into instrumentation and shit like that. It's just because I like that live sound. I like going to concerts just so I can hear the same songs that I already got just with a live band. 'Cause that live element, that extra little human element to like just to beats and shit, it just feel different, man. And that's why I fuck with all the different genres and shit like that. So I say all that to say, medicated meditation 2, you can definitely hear a wider range of sounds, bro. And I really was just, you'll hear a lot of vocals on there. It's just me trying to flex my producer muscle. A lot of them are just stock vocals you can find on any producer site, you know what I'm saying? But I just turned it into like real actual songs, just building around what they gave me. So
yeah.
Good time to really get in my artist bag.
Yeah, I definitely see the stretch of the muscles on that one.
Man, I appreciate it, bro.
So, tell us a little bit about the headspace that that you're in when you make these. You know, like is it a certain, you know, like is there a certain thing that's going on? You know, like a certain time frame that, you know, that you release these albums. Is it a certain thing that you know, like that transpires in your life that, you know, like it's like, man, I done went through enough of this. You know, like shit, let me go ahead and release one of these albums.
That's kind of how I take it. It's like we was always a quality over quantity. Just mindset altogether. So a lot of times, anytime it's some space in between albums, just because we're living life. You gotta have something to write about. You know what I mean? I could go in there and just make a whole bunch of club bangers or just some shit to just vibe out to, or you know, on a hype Friday, lit Friday. You know what I'm saying? But I really, every project that I drop, I try to add some type of real life element, some type of medicine in the candy. You know what I'm saying? Some type of related experience that we all experience just as humans and shit. So sometimes I got to live life in between projects. So anytime I'm dropping a project, that's why I always say you can know a lot about me and learn about me just by what you hear when I drop. Because it's just all the life that I live being poured out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So give us a little bit of a backstory on you, man. You know, like been releasing music. You know, like I know you personally. You know, but for the people that don't know, you know,
Sure.
you know, like you obviously are artists. You know yourself. So you know, give us a little bit about your journey.
I say I've always been a writer. I've always been into poetry and just putting words together, even in like elementary school. I remember my first rap was about the states of matters for a group project. At first, another group member wrote a verse based off the old boy song. It was, you know, we were just young and we didn't know what to do, but it really didn't have nothing to do with states of matter. He was just kind of replacing certain like bars with solid, liquid, and gas, and it wasn't hidden. You know what I mean? So I rewrote. And I wrote it based off the Bia joint from, Lil Jon and Eastside Boy. And I wrote everybody verse. We performed that mud. Crowd was hype. You know, some 11-year-olds hearing some bars about some some states of matter. That shit was a good time. You know what I'm saying? And that was like my first taste of like performing, writing something and performing. And at that point, I was like, yo, I'm about to keep writing. You know what I mean? And then I didn't even really get into beats until when I turned 14. I got a bootleg copy of FL Studios, or Fruity Loops, as we used to call it back then. And I started making beats. I just got right into it, making beats, making shit that was trash. And so it shit started sounding good. And from there, I just kept making beats. It's really just grinding it out, learning and just exploring this new space. Like now I got my own beats that I can rap on. Ain't no way I'm getting these beats no other way. It's not like how it is now where you can just go on a website and download the shit that you want. Like you really had to have somebody make a beat from scratch and put it on some type of disc to transport it to you, and then you got to figure out some way to record this as a 14-year-old with no money. You know what I'm saying? So that's really why I started making my own beats.
Say, because you need beats to rap on yourself.
Yeah.
So
financial choice.
Say young nigga, bro, like shit. I can't afford no beats. Fuck it, I might as well make some.
Right.
So, if you if older you could give younger you a message, you know, like what would that message be?
Man, don't worry about the destination. Enjoy the journey. The destination is the end of the journey, and the journey is the most fun part. So yeah, you want to arrive to your goal, and you know the main attraction of your little role playing in life. But enjoy that journey. You know what I mean? Just you're gonna go through a lot of stuff, and I say this because like we've been making music since like actually releasing music to the public since 2009, bro. And it's 2024. That's over a decade of just dropping music and being consistent, like making music with different artists that I've met over the years, different opportunities that I can personally I just personally have that as part of the journey, like opening up for Wiz Khalifa and shit, opening up for or meeting Big Sean and Mike Posner up at MSU, you know what I'm saying? And like Big Sean before he is what he is now. Like when he was up there, he performed "Gonna Get You Some," and you know, people kind of walked up, dapped him up, or didn't even like acknowledge him. And now like that's damn near impossible for him to just show up on the campus and be chill. You know what I'm saying? And those little moments, being a part of Bob's Classic Kicks and the Air Up Theirs and the just being a part of that blog era and just living life, man, meeting friends, meeting lifelong friends, meeting associates, meeting just like expanding your artist profile. All of that shit is important. So yeah, go for your goal, try to get to that destination, but enjoy that fucking journey, bro. That journey is what it's about.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So tell me tell me about the artist journey about, you know, for yourself. You know, I know I know you used to be in the group. What was the group name?
High Royalty. Sir.
High Royalty, but no, it was what was the other
Before
was the other
Sky
name?
High?
What was the other name?
NGC?
NGC, Nitty Gritty Committee. There we go. There we go.
That's the start, bro.
Nitty Gritty Committee. That's what.
I was in the group with my bro Young Slaps at the time, man. It was a good time, man. I can't take nothing back. That whole experience, even if it didn't really like lead to like something like what we was aiming for. That's why I talk about that journey, being able to. In that group, we was able to, like I said, open for Wiz Khalifa. We was on the radio. That was my first time actually having my song played about 3 or 4 times on the radio. You know what I mean? We was in a contest based on our song Rackin'. Rackin' was one of like our main like commercial push. You know what I'm saying? As commercial as we could get, being some broke college students. You know what I'm saying? But we was able to push that record to the point that we was on the radio. We almost won. I forgot what the first prize was for the contest we was in, but we came in second, so we got some free tickets to see Slaughterhouse with Royce Crooked Eye, Joel Ortiz, and Joe Budden. And actually, I don't think Slaps could come, so I think I brought L. I think L came with me to the Slaughterhouse concert, and that was just a eye-opening experience to see that having bars can put you on these stages, even if it's not the most popular thing at the time. You know what I mean? It's not a radio commercial success that's giving them this stage time. It's just pure talent and artistry and bars. So, that's all part of that journey I was talking about. So NGC definitely was a very important part of my life, for sure.
So I know you have quite an extensive catalog.
Yes.
You know, you and your man's L. You know
why? It's my bros. Dot. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about that creative process. You know, like what y'all together. Like, you know, how was it? You know, feeding off of each other. You know, like when y'all are actually creating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like y'all just you know, when from a consumer perspective, you know, like when you hear, you know, like you guys mesh so well together. You know what I'm saying? Like, how was the creative process like when y'all in the studio?
I'm gonna be honest. It started from day one, bro. Day one when we actually stopped kind of fake hating on each other and kind of like not giving each other a chance, and really just as artists coming together and vibing. And it was like, to do what we did, it takes amazing chemistry, and that's just one thing that it just was there from day one. You know what I mean? We kind of have the same mindset when we get on songs. You know what I mean? We're very competitive. We kind of had the best verse. It was just bar central. And to have somebody else that you really saw as a challenge on the same song, that respectfully like that same energy is reciprocated. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, I respect the pen, so I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna bring my best game. It's gonna be a little competition, but at the end of the day, the song's just gonna be fire. Just 2 hard ass verses. You know what I mean? And that's just an unverbally communicated point that we made. You know what I mean? That's just an agreement that we had. That's why our chemistry is so phenomenal. So yeah, our creative process is just being us. You know what I mean? Just kicking and vibing in this type of vibe right here, and just talking shit, making music, listening to other music, getting inspired. You know what I mean? Playing like some unfinished songs. We might just play something. All I got on there is the hook. We don't even got verses on there, but we just try to just be in that creative mindset and trying to find a more inspiration to finish off those joints and shit.
Okay. So, tell us a little bit more about about creative Dizz, man. You got your hands in a lot of pots, man. I know. You actually you rap, you produce. You began shooting your own videos. Now you on Twitch doing tell us
Streaming,
you know what I'm saying, like how do you and your father, how do you make time for that, how do you carve out time to do all of these things and do them effectively?
That's the tough part. When you got a lot of different pots that you got your hand in, a lot of different talents and avenues that you want to explore, you always got to sacrifice time somewhere. So that's why Dizz don't ever be out the house. You know what I mean? He always creating something, or he's spending time with his family, or he's just trying to get that bag. You know what I mean? So when Dizz is out, it just means I'm really working hard and sacrificing something else so I can be here for this moment. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of sacrificing one thing, and I just have always been a creator. And I think, I did go to MSU, but I think my real alma mater, I'm really an alumni of YouTube University, bro. YouTube University put me onto a lot of things. It told me how to sample. Even I was using YouTube. I watched the Just Blaze YouTube video back in like 2014 or 2013, just learning how to sample and chop up in Logic Pro, this program I use to make my music. Even to the shooting aspect of it, you know what I mean? My main videographer at the time, especially when I was at State and just throughout the years, has always been a dude named Ro Shot Me. He real name, well, he goes by Miles High now, but I know him as Ro Shot Me. And he kind of did all our videos, and I always was just amazed at how he was able to just, like, without even saying anything, silently just move around, get the shots, just like my dog SP Detroit do, just like my dog Smoke do, you know what I'm saying? Get them perfect shots, get the perfect lens for the perfect, have the right frame size and frame space. And I've always admired that, and I'm like, dog, I want to kind of get my hand in that, just see how else I can, express myself. So I went right on YouTube, learned about lighting, learned about lenses, cameras, learned about what's the best startup equipment, what type of video editing programs do I need to use. I learned a lot about Final Cut, how to make my own transitions, how to do overlays. Like I'm really part of that YouTube University alumni, bro. And any new thing that I want to explore, I've spent about 10 hours on YouTube just watching people do it and learning how to do shit. So as long as YouTube exists, I'm always gonna have my hand in something.
Well, what would you say is your biggest disappointment in rap? And in rap and as an artist.
My biggest disappointment. It's kind of tough. A lot of my L's were built into something that could give me a W. So I'd say my biggest disappointment might be the times I gave up on myself. You know what I mean? It's always those times when you working hard for something that's going to take a lot of time and a lot of work, and at some point you start questioning yourself, like, yo, what's the point of this? Do I really need to keep pursuing this? You know what I mean? Do I really love it this much? Is it worth all this work and all these L's? And yeah, it was worth every bit of it. It's about right back to that journey, bro. So yeah, my biggest disappointment probably be those times where I almost was like, yo, I'm done with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just looking for new inspiration, using that time to keep living life and keep creating. So yeah, I could list some L I took, or some some big event that was supposed to happen that might not have worked out, but those gonna happen when you work for anything, you know what I mean? The biggest disappointment would be those times where I almost gave up. That's what I said.
What would you say is your favorite era of Dizz?
Favorite era of Dizz, low key. I think this is my favorite era right now. Dizz is in his prime right now. Low key, Dizz that just he can be himself around everybody that he loves. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of times you got to switch into different characters to be put on a face for a different. Just because you might act different around family than you act with your friends and all that. I don't got to do that no more. I'm grown. I'm 34. Everybody that know me know I'm. This is me now. They get the same version. You know what I mean? And because I walk that confidently, I move that confidently. I create that confidently. So, like, even when, you know, I think coming up, I was all about trying to prove I got bars and all this shit. At this point, I'm not trying to prove shit to you little niggas. I'm trying to prove that I can create at any point's notice, at any time, at any age. And that shit gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this is my favorite era. This is when I'm really exploring these different genres, when I'm getting into streaming. You know what I mean? Again, YouTube University. Trying to, like when I talk about that streaming, let's just stop there because it's a point I want to make. So, back in MSU, I used to be on Facebook, recording videos on my laptop camera, and it'll just be me playing beats or like spitting verses. Like just me, it'd be like an hour video. I would literally just sit there and record that bitch for an hour and just making beats, playing beats, and just I tag everybody on Facebook. I'm sorry, them bitches still pop up in your memories. My bad. You know what I mean? But I'll tag everybody. And full circle moment, now I'm on Twitch doing the exact same shit. Going live, playing my beats, rapping on them bitches, and now I got an audience that actually they log in like, yo, Dizz is on. He about to do that shit he was doing back in the day, and I get to just watch it. Interact with them and help be a part of the creative process. Again, another avenue where I could just be me. You know what I'm saying? Dizz is as musical as he is, he also just like the game and shit, and be nerdy and talk about comics and shit, and then hit 7 Mile and go to my favorite Coney Island or some shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm a multifaceted individual. You know what I mean? So this era is my favorite Dizz for sure.
What's your favorite Coney?
My favorite Coney, actually, I did say 7 Mile just to shout out my street, but it's not on 7 Mile, so I was capping right there. My favorite Coney is actually on 8 Mile in Wyoming. Is it Wyoming? Where that Kroger at? I think that's 8 Mile in Wyoming. Where that Kroger at? It's a Coney Island. I don't even know the name of it. I just always call it that one on 8 Mile by that Kroger. So that Coney Island is my favorite one, bro. They always make it with love. You know what I mean? They like to say that when the customer service is the worst, that's when the food is the best. But they still give you that good old you back home where you from type of customer service for your boy. You know what I mean? Okay. So that's my favorite Coney to this day.
Okay.
I'm gonna learn the name next time. 8 Mile by that Kroger.
Say 8 Mile by the Kroger.
Yeah.
In case they looking. Well, look, man. Go ahead and tell the people where to find you and how to get in touch with you.
Oh man, I'm my brother Dizz on everything, bro. If whatever platform you on, if it makes sense that I'll be there, because I would have cracked a joke if I heard somebody say, "Oh, any platform you on, you type in my brother Dizz, you're gonna find some shit." You know what I mean? That's gonna be on Twitch. That's gonna be on YouTube. It's gonna be on Twitter, X, whatever. It's gonna be on the Gram. It's gonna be on Threads. It's gonna be on TikTok. It's gonna be on your PlayStation Network and your Xbox Live, bro. My brother Dizz, you know who it is when you see that name pop up. It's all about branding, my dog.
There we go. Hey, man, appreciate you coming through, man.
Always, bro. I'm gonna be back a few times.
Mac and cheese yams, yeah, that's probably how that might sound. Pipe down at a Super Mario bar. I'm from a city where a pistol should be part of your car. You like buffs where they scheming, where your Cardi's a far. Probably a Mason when they leave your top partly ajar. But I'm staying out the way though. Moves looking fuego, trying to get a leg up like I stepped on a Lego. Got too many squares in your circle like an Eggo. With too many stories like Soldier with the Draco. Money coming late though, then what I got to stay for?